Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. I started a bit early just to wait and give people an opportunity to jump in to our live session today. So the market is closing in 15 minutes and we have quite a bit of stuff to go through, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna rush it. Oh, where's that coming from? Hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. Uh, Okay. All right. I think I got that under control. Give me a second here. So how's everyone doing today? Is the market kicking your butt a little bit? I know for me it's extremely frustrating to see what's been happening to the market the last day or so. Guys, will you let me know if hey Nim, hey Sway, hey M, TTG, what's up? So Finger, you got me, Vincent. I was not in, so I'm just laughing. Well, it is what it is. I tried to warn everyone on FNGR, but we won't be going down that rabbit hole. All right, so I think we've got a good group of people in, so let's get going, shall we? Um, Again, this is not financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor, Vincent Nguyen. This is for entertainment purposes only and educational if you find this stuff, information, um, if you find this information useful. Hit like and subscribe, support the channel. George, hey George, are you new? I don't remember seeing you in before. If you are, welcome. Uh, Doing okay in the market this week. That's awesome. Doing okay is better than not okay. It's red. I got the red light on. It's so red right now. Um, yeah, talk to me. How is everyone feeling? The reason I want to slow down is to kind of give everyone a chance to catch up on the chat rather than just blow through the TA, right? I mean, it's nauseating even for me to rewatch some of the live session. It's just I was going through so quickly. So let's take a step back and just chill out. It's Tuesday afternoon, market's red. We're not going anywhere. I mean, you're here. All right, so how about we jump in? I'm gonna look at SPY really quick because SPY, there is possibly a really good opportunity coming up here. And the reason I have SPY up is I want to make a point that even SPY is respecting the 200-day moving average, the 20 SMA. I'm sorry, the 200 SMA. Look at what's happening here. Look at the last time SPY broke down below the 200 was roughly March 10th through the 13th. It broke down and it started. It was that breakdown that created the opportunity for wave 2 to 3 right here. It needed to just crush into the bear zone before life could start over again. And that brought wave 3 to almost 20%. Now, for an index, that's huge, right? Wave 3, that's huge. So 3 to 4 is about to have is roughly getting ready to conclude. So imagine if you had bought options call here from 382 and rode this all the way to the top of wave 3 at 450. Oh my God. Think of Just think of how amazing that is. Once again, this is not financial advice nor my financial advisor. So just everything I say is just my perspective on TA. Okay, just need to say that for the last time in this life. So why am I saying that there's an opportunity here? I believe that wave 3 to 4 is concluding. Kind of low. Is it low? Okay, give me a second, guys. Hold on a second. How about now? Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Is that better? Okay. All right. It's just there's some people mowing their yard outside and it's really loud. So I was concerned that it would get into the live stream. Okay, so I'm going to speed up, okay? Right now, this price target one for SPY is at 419 and it nearly touched it today at a low of 420.18. Holy cow. 420. Almost there. Almost there. But unfortunately, the oscillators is just not in the oversold yet, at least for the RSI. But for the harmonic proprietary oscillator, it is. But we need to wait for this to pop out. It hasn't popped out yet of the oversold. So what does that mean? That means I believe there's going to be another bar or two of of red days this week, this coming week. Guys, is that better? Is the volume better? Just let me know. Thumbs up, comment, send it to me in the chat, okay? So anyways, so 419 could be it. And look at that. That's right where the 200-day moving average is. And then that will be the beginning or the genesis of wave 4 to 5. Okay, so I called this out. 4 to 5 is about right, right here. Okay, 618 retracement. Imagine again if you caught this wave 2 to 3, there's another opportunity for wave 4 to 5 here before the massive retracement from 5 to A back down. So there's huge opportunity here. So we want to keep an eye on SPY. Okay, so let's jump into the stocks that everyone's trading. I had a request for MMAT. It's the same for you? You don't hear anything? I hmm. Is it really low to where you can't hear me, or can you check your speaker? Because I have my monitor on and it's just cranking. It's just cranked up really really high. I'm about to blow my eardrum off. Check your speaker. Check your speaker. Okay, because I can't pump it up any louder. It's just gonna start clipping. Can anyone else confirm you're having audio issue? Guys, hello, hello. Can you hear me? And I haven't made any changes to the microphone, so I'm not sure if it's on my end or your end. And I've been recording all day and haven't had any issues. So, okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna continue. Okay, so that's SPY. Let's look at okay, we won't talk about FNGR yet. We'll save that for last. How about let's talk about MMAT? I'm a sucker when it comes to um, rooting for retail traders that are just stuck, right? You're stuck. So I had this mapped out, this zone right here that I believe MMAT needs to break above, which is 23 cents. It's done it twice, so but it hasn't been able to hold it. So on the second, okay, so the market's about to close in 7 minutes, so we're not going to just rush through. We're just going to go through the TA and just talk about these stocks. The high on the second was 23.5, and the high today was 24.5. I mean, but look, it just pisses me off to no ends that look at this gravestone doji. I mean, what the hell, people? I mean, as soon as the stock starts to make some headway, you freaking go and just sell. This is look at this gravestone. Why is this called gravestone doji? It's called a gravestone doji because the bulls came in, bought this stock, 6.7 million shares, drove the price up all the way to 24.5, and then price got pushed all the way back down. So basically, you're getting buried right back down to 22.4. Whatever the reason is, I don't care, right? I don't care. My thinking is it can't win. So I have the top line here at about 23 cents. Tomorrow, tomorrow, price needs to break above, needs to open above 22.5 and continue to trade above 22.5. Come back down and just test this really quickly, okay? And then continue to move upwards. Because what happens with a doji is if my rule of thumb for a doji is if price opens below the close of the day prior, then and it continues to trade downwards, then yeah, that's not a good sign because that is the inflection point of when the reversal is coming. Okay, so that's my concern. So price needs to open above 23 or 22.5 and continue to push forward or above. At least I would love to see 23. Okay, 23 and above. Okay, 23 and above. Come Thursday, come back down, test 23, and then just take off. That is the ideal scenario for MMAT. PRST. PRST. Okay. All right, PRST. Okay, who asked for PRST? Was that you, Nim? You said keep an eye on it? Yeah. I mean, let me look at the oscillators real quick. Okay, so it's still early. Too early, in fact. This indicator shows that it's popped out already, but normally I need both confirmation here. This is the harmonic index is primarily where I need to see this come out of the oversold area. Okay, what happens is if this comes down and creates a W, then yeah, we're gonna see price remain down here for a little longer. And then what's gonna happen is this is gonna come back down into the oversold. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. If you're looking at possibly coming into this, it's too soon. I mean, there are way better stocks to trade than to sit and stock stock a losing stock right now. Okay, so there's not much I can say about it because it's still just trending right now. I don't have any trade confirmation. Still hasn't broken above the three. The three, the 3 MA is like bare minimum. That's like that's like D effort. Okay, it's like you're doing D effort quality work. So until you can break above that, get to the eight, eight is like B minus, B status. Once it gets to that level, then we'll talk. Okay, so PRST. Um, Gimbal. I think who asked for Gimbal? Anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna look at Gimbal. GMBL. All right. Okay, so hey guys, gotta call him in. All right, so Gimbal. What happened with Gimbal? Was there news? Or did it just decide to spike up for no reason? 11 cents. Close at 9. So it's up about 12%. Right now, you gotta wait, right? When you see a stock that trades like this, and then it's got it's what are you doing? If it pops up like this, I would be really concerned because there's this gap here it's gonna come down and fill. and there's no meat to this gap up, this price increase. I would be extremely leery. Watch what happens tomorrow. In fact, watch what happens the next day, because every time price breaks above a major moving average, guess what? It's going to come back down and test it. And my thinking is this is going to come down and test the 20 and then probably fail, breach the 3 and the 8, and then probably come back down to 9 cents before it does anything again. Okay, so my thinking is something like that. So nothing to get too excited about. My rule for doji or a spinning top like this is watch for the price to break to open the next day. If price opens above the close of today or the day of the doji and continue to trade upwards, that's a great sign that stock is um, reversing. There's new sentiment, new bulls coming in. Okay, so for Gimbal, keep an eye on that. Let me know. Remind me if that's what you want to see. Hey Mike, welcome to the feed, bro. RVLP, remind me. Okay, I might forget. I'll definitely take a look at that. NVTA, I don't know who asked for that, but let's take a look at NVTA. I think Niam, was that you? Yeah, see, same thing here. If you look at NVTA and then you look at Gimbal, it's very similar. I'm seeing a pattern here, guys. Look at Gimbal. Gimbal got gapped up. Watch tomorrow for the close. NVTA is very similar. If you look here, it gapped up above the 3, the 8, the 20, and then look at this. It just comes down and nail it. I mean, that just guys, there are much better stocks to trade. If you had bought if you had the timing to buy at 6 cents and then you sold at I'm sorry, if you bought at 60 cents and sold at 80 cents, good for you. Dude, that's amazing. That's like 35% conservatively. I say you sold out here, 35%. Good for you. Unfortunately, if you're chasing right here, or you're chasing here, there is no insurance unless you have amazing trade management in place. So what I would do is on NVTA is watch for tomorrow. Today it looks like it's going to close above the 8 EMA. Okay, and that's bullish. But does that mean that it's time to take the trade? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I want to see strong confirmation that it's going to open above today's close, come maybe even come down and test the 8 and then continue forward. Oh, hey, thanks, Mike. It's still, I've got a couple more lamps coming. Um, it's still work in progress. Still a lot of work to do. So, all right, and thank you so much for letting me know markets close. Let's continue. So NVTA, is that sound sound is low today? I haven't done anything to change the mic, guys. It's on its highest right now. So I haven't changed any settings. I haven't changed any positioning. Um, that's really weird. Hang on a second. Let me. Guys, I am not sure here. How's that? Is that any better? Guys, testing. Mic, mic check, mic check. I get it. Mic check. I just tweaked a little bit there and see if that made a difference. Um, no, 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 no stripper poles. I can't move any closer. I can't see the display. Hello, guys. I don't know. I haven't I haven't made any changes to the mic setup. Can you guys hear me better now, or what's up? All right, you're distracting me, Mike. I gotta get back to the TA. Um, all right, what are we looking at? PRST, SPY, Gimbal, Viri. Do you guys want to look at Vuri? Like, is that something you want to look at? I mean, to me, it's a shit stock right now. Oh, can I say that? Oh, can I say the S word? I can, right? So yeah, guys, so I traced these out. Look what happened. Bam, day one. See, it's coming, it's happening. And it's now below the 200. I mean, I, I, this stuff happens, man. I mean, I mentioned that once price breaks below the 200, it's going to crash, right? It's going to crash. Anyways, that's very. Um, Mike, what did you want to see? Let me jump in. Uh, RVLP. Better not be a crappy stock because I'm going to be really mad at you. RVLP. All right, another bio. Oh, hallelujah. For once, this is a good stock to look at. 12 cents, dropped a little, about 2% in aftermarket. Um, yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it. So this is kind of exactly what I've been trying to tell you guys in terms of breakouts, coming back down, testing the levels. So you've got this level here that comes down, touched the bottom at 7 cents, pop up, broke above the 20, which is a pretty major moving average, came back down, tested the 20 twice yesterday and today, right? So what does this mean when you see price like this? It means that price consolidated within this price range, which is really solid. So if price, let's say tomorrow, let's say RVLP prints a an inside bar tomorrow. Okay, if you guys don't know what an inside bar is, it means that the open, close, high, low of a bar is between the bar before it, or mother daughter bar. Okay, this is extremely bullish. Okay, so when you see it, it just means that this is a pause. So you had a high of 15.7 and a low of 10 cents today. And if tomorrow prints an inside bar, oh, good job. Bravo. Good job, AIM. Good job. I love it. I love it. Um, my only thinking is, as long, see, this is a really bullish setup, guys. Why? Because just look, let me expand this out. Look at this. Yesterday it came down, broke through the 20, broke through the 3, broke through the 8, and then it came back and pushed all the way back up to the high of the Friday's bar. And then look at today. Today, the bears tried to push it below the 20 and the 8, and I'm sorry, the bears tried to push it below the 20 and the 8, and the bull said, "No way, Jose. We're gonna we're we're going to be bullish and we're going to buy 73 million shares today versus, yeah, it's decreased a little bit from 124, but the volume is still strong. So if I was going to project what might happen tomorrow, I want to say it's going to form an inside bar. It's going to have a short pause, and then, yeah, why is this red? This should be green, right? This is one of the more bullish stock I've seen come through. So it's bouncing around, and then tomorrow, an inside bar, and then I want to just see this thing blast off. Okay, I want to see this blast off. What's tomorrow? Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I want to see this blast off to Thursday, and guess where it might be heading towards? The 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average would be the next target, and that's going to be at 22 cents. And then guess what? Again, any major moving average you're going to test, you're going to consolidate, bounce around. But the nice thing about RVLP is there's this whole gap up right here that got pushed down. So then guess what? If the bulls truly step in and there was great catalyst, your next target is going to be 50 cents. Guys, I have to say this every time I call out price. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is just me interpreting the TA. Okay. So once you break really this little bit of traffic, once you break away from this traffic here, clear blue sky up to the 50, and then test the 50 and it doesn't get rejected, consolidate here to create a new support at the 50, you're off to the races. And you could see this being a potential, let's see, I don't want to do math. So you could see this being a potential 50% gain. But once this breaks out, guys, the 50 breaks out, I want to be cautious because then I want to say, don't be greedy because guess what? Once it hits this level up here, guess what? More traffic, more resistance up here. So if you're coming from here at 7 cents, Abe, great job on that buy-in. You're looking at, oh, it's like a 500%. I'm drooling and I'm foaming at the mouth. I mean, come on. It's a beautiful play. But RVLP should, let's just add this to our list and track it the next few days and see how well it does. Sorry, guys, give me just a second. Um, Someone just called me stud. Thank you so much, Brian. Is that Brian? Yeah, thanks, Brian. Far from being a stud. So, anyways, yeah, RVLP. So what's next? Let's break this down. God, I'm just happy to see a green stock for once. All right, I'm gonna get rid of some of these chart TA here. Brian, I hope you're on. Let's see here. Are we expecting a little bit of retracement? Yeah. On the 4-hour chart, it does look like there is going to be a little bit of a breakdown. Um, it's already started actually on the 4-hour chart here. I would expect, like I said earlier, I needed to come back down and test the levels. So we're looking at, what is it, 12 cents? Yeah, it's gonna probably come back down and test the 50. And then once it tests the 50, the 20 is gonna break above the 20 is gonna break above the 50, come back down and test. So expect a little bit of retracement here. Yeah, about 15% retracement. Aim, I think that was a good call when you sold at 14. I hope you made lots and lots of money. I'm super ecstatic to see that you're putting great trade management into practice. Okay, so what's going on the hour chart? Yeah, same thing, guys. See, here's the 200, 10 cents. I I I think it's gonna come back down and test it. Um, broke above. It had had a bullish chart here, a harmonic chart. It broke right above price target 2 and just continued up. So yeah, it's definitely going to have to come back down and retest the levels again. Okay. All right. Is there anything else? AXLO, right? Was that another stock that someone wanted to see? AXLO or ALXO? I'm getting old. I can't remember all these symbols. Stock ticker. Yeah, okay. This was something we wanted to track just because it had this massive gap up. Okay, so you guys know I'm a firm believer in harmonic patterns. And holy cow, price target 1 was at 786, and then today's high was 831, and then now it's at 752. Look how close that is to price target 1, and it's normalizing at right here, price target 1. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? I mean, that is super, super, super close. So where do we go from here? I mean, now that price target one's achieved, and let's count the waves again. Let's count the waves. You've got boom, 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 boom. You got wave zero started on 8:31, wave 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's today. And then what's next? What's next is going to be a hellish drop, at least to a 618 retracement of $6. Okay, so I'm going to mark this red. Oh, hold on a second. This needs to be red. It's going to be a retracement. So we know that once wave 4 is complete, what do we expect? At least wave 5. Okay, so wave 5, the opportunity is once the price gets closer to our target, we start looking for opportunities for the next wave up. Okay, so 5 is going to be at, I don't know, it could be at the top of this trend here, guys. Okay, it could be at the top of this trend here. Sorry, it could be up here, possibly. That could be the next price target at $10. I'm just saying, it's not financial advice, but I'm just saying that looks like it tried before. It attempted it on June 16 of 23. It could happen. I mean, the price target 2 is already at 963, right? So price target 1's here. It's going to retrace to leg 4, and then this is going to be leg 5 is going to be within this parameter here. Remember, everything should, I like to call out price targets just because I pride myself on being extremely precise when I trade. But in theory, when you're trading, you should have a zone map out. I just drew this out for you guys. The zone for me is from 963 to the top of this trading range at 1017, right here. So if you knew this was coming, you knew the market structure, you can read the market structure. What do? Do you buy in and wait for this drawdown? That's pretty painful, right? I mean, that's a close today here. You're looking at $6. That's a 20% drop. How many times have the number 20% come up in today's discussion? In this morning to now in my videos? A lot of times. 20% is magical. It's like almost like a golden ratio of 618 when it comes to retracement. When the market, I mean, when hedge funds make 20% on move up or down, we're talking multi-million dollars worth of money in their pocket. You can do that too. 20% times 10 is your ticket to the moon. Okay, so ALXO, that's what's happening. You want to look at GTI? We have to. All right. Oh, I just vomited in my mouth. Yeah, GTI looks like it got a similar trade to FNGR. I think both got the finger. I was so looking forward to GTII um, making a run up for all the retail traders because I did draw this out. Apparently, it got rejected and broke below the 20 to 3. So I guess I should move Someone remind me, I should move this down below the 20. But look at what's interesting here is look at where the 50 is, guys. The 50 is right at 759, right? The 50 SMA is acting as support. Price, they were able to drive it down to 42 cents, and then the bulls came in and bought it up. These moving averages are just, to me, they're just magical. I mean, as soon as you can wrap your head around understanding how they act as support and resistance, you can you can almost wrap your trade management around the moving averages alone. I mean, I'm not talking about harmonics. I'm not talking about understanding candlestick patterns. I'm talking about just fundamentally understanding how the moving averages work. To me, the moving averages is like when you're driving a car and you're just cruising in a Lamborghini in the backcountry. There's no cops, no cars. It's a two-lane road, and it's just you're just slicing through the mountain, and then all of a sudden you're doing like 120 miles an hour on a straightaway, and then there's just like a yellow sign that says, "Hey, there's this like S curve coming or a tight left turn bank coming. You better slow down." If you don't know how to read those signs or pay attention to those signs, you're gonna die. You're gonna veer off, fly into the. I mean, I test race cars for a living, or at least I did, and I've, you know, drove very fast on many roads and many racetracks. So a lot of that experience truly helps me to understand the market because I'm able to read very detailed levels of the sentiment from these signs I'm seeing. And to me, the moving averages are so important. If we drove on the road without street signs, stop signs, whatever, double mark, whatever, okay, we would crash into each other or we would crash into buildings. The stock market's the same. You got to understand the 3, the 8, the 20, the 50, the 200. 5 things that you got to do. And then on top of that, you layer the price movements, price action on top of that. The price action is essentially a living organism, even though a lot of it's traded by algorithm, it's still a sentiment that you're able to read, and you overlay that on top of the 5 moving averages to give you a picture of what's happening with the market or what's happening with that ticker that you're trading. On top of that, then you start to learn candlestick patterns. That is the language of the stock market. And then once you understand and able to read proficiently the language of the stock market, then you can start to interpret through harmonic patterns and understand price level and how they align with the moving averages to give you confluences in terms of, is it, am I trading on the right side if I'm a bear, if I'm going long on the bull side, am I going against the trend? Those are really important. And wow, I'm just starting to get really preachy here. All right, stop that. Yes, GTII. See, Sway, every time you give me GTII, I go into this rant. I might have to block you. Okay, anyways, GTI just had a bad day, but a bad day for someone is a good day for someone else. Today, it was a good day for the Bears, but not necessarily bad for someone who has funds set aside. But I wouldn't necessarily come in yet simply because bad things and good things come in threes, right? So if this massive red candle came today, guess what's going to happen tomorrow? Just look at this here. The last time this 3-bar breakdown was below the white, so bearish. Um, Lovecraft, give me a second, okay? Let me get back with you on that. Let me finish my thought on GTII. So look at the last time this happened with this breakout, okay? So price broke out right below the 20 and then closed above here at 50%. And then look what happened. It got drove down, including people just selling, using the 20 as support, but it broke through the 50. What do you think is going to happen here again come tomorrow? My thinking it my thinking is it's going to open up right at the 50 and get pushed down again. And I believe in threes because 3 bar breakdown is going to happen. And look where support is. Support is going to be right at this cluster where it consolidated back in late August. So yeah, so I wouldn't buy in at this point. It looks great. I mean, normally my old self would be like, damn it, GTI is down. Let's buy. Let's pump this stock up. I'm an ant in this world. I in the world of trading. I mean, you've got hedge funds, you've got smart money. They'll crush us. So just sit back, wait and see what happens. Be patient, and just understand that 3 bar breakdown. Guess what? They've got this on an algo. You're probably going to see another 3 bar breakdown. I mean, before you jump in and take the opportunity. If you look here, this is interesting because this is almost very similar to what I'm seeing as a harmonic pattern forming. Okay, so this is point B right here. Oop, that was really bad. B right here, up here. It's interesting. There are no accidents or coincidences when it comes to trading. So this is, once it comes down, you've got this last leg that pushes up. This is going to be, we'll see this here in a couple of weeks. This is going to be a bullish harmonic pattern, and then it's going to drive the price down. All right, GTI, that's the overview look. Okay, all right, I'm all yours. Lovecraft, cat. Close below the white MA moving average, high at 12, September rejected, so bearish. What are you talking about? Is this GTI or is there a question? What are you asking? Is it bearish, rejected? I'm not sure. I'll let you formulate your question and then I'll get back with you. Um, Guys, is there anything else you want to look at? AMC. See, you can never have something nice and not have it get pooped on. I mean, it's taking its time consolidating. I mean, for AMC, it's got the flag, come down, consolidate. Yeah, I really, hmm. Yeah, price closed below all three of my moving averages, the 23 and 8. I'm not loving it. It kind of sucks because anytime price closed below the 8, that tells me that it's gonna come down again, and we're gonna see this test in the low threes again. It's just gonna continue to do this crap. Okay, I don't know on AMC. Um, Lovecraft, cat. Do you have a question that you like to look at for me to look at? Guys, I'm gonna remove ARM because that is dead to me. Bitcoin, XRP. I know Sway wanted to look at XRP, so we can look at XRP really quick. Um, is this right? XRP? Oh, XRP US. Okay, there we go. Um, hey Sway, XRP tried to break above the 200 moving average, and it got rejected. And now it's coming back down to test the 20 again. I don't know. Let's wait and see what happens tomorrow to see what happens. My thinking is it's gonna keep bouncing around this area, okay, for a while. So it's just trending and nothing terribly exciting. right now with XRP. All right, guys. I do want to talk about VFS, VinFast. Okay, I did a whole video on this, the danger zone. Yeah, it's now 9:30, so it's now below my what I would call the safe zone, the last of the safe zone, which is like 9:35, and it's now at 9:30. Um, from this point on, I believe I said that once it breaks below this zone, we're gonna see it continue to degrade further down, maybe $7. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's still a lot of room for this to come down. Okay, all right. How's everyone feeling so far? Am I putting you guys to sleep? Um, hello, hello. Anyone awake? Ah, I think that's everything. NVOS. Oh, hey. Oh, I think I was making fun of NVOS earlier. Was that you, Yim? I apologize for that lewd comment in the chat. It's quite bullish. NVOS, it's above a flat 200 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. I love it um, when the 200 period moving average is flat. It tells me that um, it's just very stable. The price is very stable and it's just ready for the next wave. What I want to see is, hang on a second. What I want to see is I would love to see this really nice cup and handle formation forming. Okay, I would love that because it's pretty bullish. Price is above. See how today on the 4-hour chart, even though it got pushed down, the 8 EMA is still supporting this up. Okay, so I want to say NVOS is still extremely bullish. How about the hour chart? Yeah, if I were to take the hour chart and draw this out, same thing here. You've got this nice flat pattern that could possibly form cup and handle over time. It's 10%, not 1%. NVOS is 15%. It's down 8% in aftermarket, but it was up it was up 5 cents for NVOS, right? And yes, you're right. Earlier, I apologize. I read that as 1%. Okay, that's a nice, that's nice. I like it. I hope you made some money on that. Um, you guys want to talk about FNGR? V for yes, V for awake. Well, FNGR. Who here feels like you got given the finger? It's funny. I'll just leave this chart here for a second. It's a mess, but to me, when I look at this, it's poetry in motion. I look at this chart and I'm like, yeah, you got knife right here. This is a classic case of getting knife and gutted. 35% today. Oh, 35% today. And there's more to come. That's not the end of it. That's just halfway through. That's actually more than halfway through down to price target two. Price target two is 47%. Yeah, yeah, it's getting there. Price target two is 367. And that's just one bar. So everyone's freaking out right now, probably if you bought up here at $6 or $7. Just this infuriates me to no ends to see this happen. So the deeper retracement again, this zone right here is at 367. So if you were to go with a 1.0 retracement, you're looking at like 420, which makes sense. But I think they're going to be able to push it down. Once you hit this level in the close to the lower four range, they'll be able to come down and touch 367. And you know what? Not financial advice, but that is one of those moments where um, it could be a really nice opportunity to jump in at the ground level again. Because here's the 200 moving average at 327. Okay, that's going to act as a pretty major support. So you've got leg, let's count again the legs. Leg 1 to 2. I'm sorry, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 up, 3 to 4 down, and then 4 to 5 up right here. I've already got it mapped out, okay? And then 5 to A, oh, 5 to A to B, that was yesterday, and then B to C is going to be, I want to say Friday is when we'll see 367. Tomorrow might be a consolidation day. We might see a little bit of a dead cat bounce up to about $5 tomorrow. But by Friday, I'm sticking to my TA. We're going to see 367 by Friday, if not sooner, to complete this entire cycle. And you've got this nasty bearish pattern that started way back in January 6th of 22, and it ended 9/13. All right, I think we're gonna close it out with FNGR unless someone else has something else they want to see. Okay, sorry I got a little bit preachy today, if you will. Um, it just infuriates me to see these pump and dump stocks, and all I can do is prepare you. Sometimes I'm early, sometimes I'm a little late. Something that we can work on together to increase our accuracy of timing. The price levels are there. It's just increasing the precision of when they occur is the key to moving forward, to being able to understand how these algos work before the news break out and before you get this knife, right? I warned you about this knife. This was going to happen. And it happened the day after I made the warning. I think I made the video yesterday. And then bam, this came out. All right, guys. So that is it. My name is Vincent Nguyen. If you like the video, if you like what I have to say, if you understand what I'm saying and agree, I hope you subscribe. I hope you've liked the video. I hope you've gone through and watched my previous videos. One final thought, I'm adding, if you haven't watched the news video this morning, I am adding tech, automotive, and some lifestyle into tip line. Um, we're gonna have a lot of fun doing uh, doing this stuff and just be able to get our head, just get out of our own head when it comes to stock and TA and things like that, and just have fun with the gadgets. And I'll tie into a lot of the companies I work with and how the news cycle comes out and how they relate to the stock price and things like that. I want to tie it all together, right? When you come here for the stocks, you can stay for the tech, stock, tech, lifestyle, travel, food. We're gonna have a good time, guys. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a, just help build out the community. So talk soon. Have a great time, guys. See you tomorrow.